Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your lies. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying, you must never break the chain, break the chain.
So why did I decide to sign up to a boxing match? Well, I'm Adam Chappell, and for the past few years I've primarily focused on bodybuilding training and trying to fight my way out of being small and weak. And you know, it's time to break the chain and do something different, you know, get out of my comfort zone. And the next step in becoming stronger was, well, boxing, fighting. So this is when I discovered white collar boxing. So with absolutely no experience and never been in a fight before, I saw this advertisement on my Instagram for 8 weeks of free training to sign you up to a boxing fight at the end of it. And you know, I quite like a freebie, so I thought, yeah, this is a bit of me. So originating in New York City in the late 1980s, I think a doctor and a lawyer had a disagreement, and instead of like just scrapping, they decided that the best way to go about it was to have a sanctioned boxing fight, and that sort of quickly rose to fame afterwards, with just people who didn't really know how to fight wanting a few weeks to train up and fighting people they didn't like, essentially. And in 8 weeks' time, I'm going to be fighting a man in front of my friends, my family, and hundreds, if not thousands, of people watching. So, yeah. Been training so far, I've mostly just been like focusing on gap cross, and gap cross. So we've been focusing on, probably best to get some gloves on, that's why I don't ruin my hands. 16-ounce gloves for the fight, I believe. Just a bit more turn, this. Keep my hands up, I keep forgetting, keep my hands up. Jeez, this bad boy, how does it work? You put it on like, what is this, like max mode? Oh, that's kind of nice. So from what I understand, boxing sort of originated from like ancient Greece and sort of became a big thing in like Olympic Games, stuff like that. And you know, throughout my sort of boxing journey, if you want to call it that, I've looked at certain people. Obviously Muhammad Ali sort of got boxing to where it is today in modern terms, and he seems like a good inspiration to go by. But you know, I'm quite a defensive fighter, and I wanted to sort of change that for this fight. So I started looking at Mike Tyson for his sort of peekaboo style, going in with the uppercuts, and I've been trying to learn that a bit more to get better at the attack, because it's that attack within me that I think I need to get better and sort of win this fight. So yeah, hopefully that's what's going to happen, and hopefully watching the styles of these boxers that I've watched in the past can help me get that inner uppercut or something, and hopefully win. Yeah, it should be decent. But in order to win this fight, you know, we've got to train with some tough guys. So I went to the toughest guy I know, my mate Jack. But he's had a fair bit of experience in martial arts and recently got into boxing himself. So it's gonna be a tough match, and I'm taking him out to Newcastle, and we're gonna have a spar and see how it goes.
Alright, how's it going?
Alright, how's it going?
Not bad, how's it going?
Nice one.
Decent, man.
You ready?
I'm absolutely ready, man, absolutely. Always ready.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Banging sound.
I'm Jack Walker. I'm a friend of Adam's, and I've known Adam for quite a while, and it's nice to know that he's starting to get into boxing and get into martial arts in general. Well, I always find that martial arts can give someone's life structure. I think if you feel like you're a bit lost in life, you don't know really where to go, what path to take, I feel like getting yourself in a gym and learning how to fight and defend yourself can really, really boost your confidence and help a lot. And that was definitely the reason behind my participation in starting to learn martial arts. Well, I'm going to be honest, it can change you significantly, and I always think that the mentality factor is a lot bigger than the physicality. I think getting into the ring with someone who you might never have even met, you don't know what they're capable of, especially in front of a crowd. There's a lot on the line. There's your ego, your confidence, testing your fitness, but like I say, it's definitely testing your mentality as well.
Well, preparing mentally for sparring is quite tough, because me personally, I get a bit nervous, like maybe because I've just never done this before. It's sort of like a weird feeling. Even now, I sort of go into it, and before I sort of drive there, it's just a bit like a bit, ooh, like what could happen, because you know there's some, especially at the gym that I train at, we train with some professionals which are obviously a lot better than me, and they like knock me with some shots in a light sparring, which I can't really prepare for at this stage of training. So it's quite hard to prepare, but I just try and get myself in that zone mentally and think that this is what I need to do to be able to fight on the day, and it's going to be a lot harder on the day than it is on sparring.
On my way to the ring, if you're always in your head, whenever it's a tournament or a match or any sort of like sparring, you're always in your head thinking what's going to happen, what if. But I think as soon as you get in the ropes, you just have to shift yourself thinking, well, it's just me and my opponent now. There's nothing I can do. I can't leave the ring. I have to defend, but I also have to attack at the same time. You're either going to win or you lose. There's no in between, really. And the person that's in that ring wants to do one thing, and it's the same, and it works both ways. If they're wanting to attack you, you've got to be wanting to attack them back. So that's the way I believe it. As soon as I'm in the ring, it's go time.
How you feeling, Jack?
I'm feeling very fine, my friend, very fine.
Adam was really good. I'm not going to lie, Adam, he's a big guy, so the fact that he was able to work with that much sort of agility and of course his stamina, and I mean with any martial art and boxing, the stamina it's really short and fast. You have to be slow and then fast, slow and then fast at any given moment. And he shot, and I was astonished by that, to be fair, because he's such a big guy. To be able to do that at his weight and his level, I mean, I was really took back by it. It was really fun to do, yeah.
Jack was really fast, so that was sort of hard to combat because a lot of the guys that I've sparred are quite slow and strong. So like sparring with somebody that's sort of faster and more agile with a bit more experience was quite a good experience.
I think the only thing he really needs to focus is just his how he structures himself in the ring. So always keeping your arms up, making sure you're positioned right. But his speed and everything, I mean, it's really, really good. I mean, he caught me with a few punches when we were in the ring that caught me by surprise. I was like, phew. Well, his strength is his actual strength. I mean, he's got power behind them punches. The only thing I will say is there's a lot of time to improve. I mean, he only started this 6 weeks ago, so you know, there's fighters that have done this for years and they've still got a lot to improve from.
I feel like my power is sort of my ability at this point. The power is the one thing that could win me the fight. So looking at someone who's known for the power and getting in there and getting that knockout punch is what I need for the fight, I think. So yeah. So I'm raising money for Cancer Research UK, which means a lot to me personally. Multiple family members of mine have had cancer, and recently I've had a family member die from it. Anything that could go towards helping it and trying to get people the support that they need, and you know, helping the cause in general to stop it from happening in future is beneficial. So I'm hoping that this fight can raise awareness for all the people out there that are dealing with cancer, and help raise money for them to fight it.
Perfect. So, Bradley's opponent in the blue corner is Adam Chappell.
Having sort of found out my opponent is a guy who's had like 2 fights before, and by the sounds of it, a couple of years of training, and you know, I've had a few weeks, so the odds are definitely not in my favour. And I've had some people that are close to me say like, you know, I'm not going to win this, and they don't think I'm going to do well. But I know that no matter what happens, win or lose, I'm going to put every effort into training, and if I go down, I'll go down swinging.
I'm Ellis, I'm Adam's brother. He's dedicated. I've not seen him fight, I've not seen any of his training whatsoever. He's never boxed in his life, you know, he's never been in a fight. So it's a very different approach for him, but he's a hard, dedicated person. In the gym together, he's always got a mindset, you know, does as much as he can, basically goes to failure, you know, won't let anything stop him. He's a hard-working individual. He does very well under stress and hard situations. So, to be honest with you, I think he'll be very persistent and have the patience to get through it and accomplish what he's going in there to do.
It's the day of the fight, and you know, I'm fighting some guy later, and I don't know what to expect. Don't know what to expect at all. I mean, I've never been in a fight before, and I've never been in front of a crowd before, so it's that feeling of like, am I going to crack under pressure, or am I going to use the skills that I've developed to actually win the fight? And you know, I'm feeling slightly nervous because I've been cutting weight, so I'm lighter than I usually am, and I'm smaller, and I can feel that. And I can see that in the mirror. And yeah, there's pressure and there's doubt, and there's that voice in my head that tries to creep in and ask, what if I'm not enough today? But I've put every effort into training, and I've done the work. I've sacrificed my time, my body, and my comfort just to get to this moment, this version of me, right here, right now.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows.
Make some noise for Adam, the Chain Chappell.
And if you don't love me now, you will never love
You know, it's time to prove everyone wrong and show that I can do things when I put my mind to it.
Break the silence, damn the dark, damn the light. And if you don't love me now, you will never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you'll never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain. And if you don't love me now, you'll never love me again. I can still hear you saying you would never break the chain.
Well, the fight started a lot heavier than I expected, you know. The shots were coming in left, right and centre, and I feel like I held my own at the start. I was sort of coming in at him a bit, and then the ref decided to split it up quite fast and give me a 10 count, which I don't think I needed at that time. I wasn't hit with that many shots, and I was sort of confused. I mean, you can see me just saying to the ref, "Oh yeah, I'm fine," but the ref wasn't having it. But I had in my head the whole time, I can block these shots all day. I can do this. It's not hurting me. If I just keep blocking these shots, then he's going to tire out, and once he tires out, then I can get the better half of the fight.
First round, your referee has stopped this contest for the winner. From the red corner, Fraser SB. And please be supposed number Adam Chappell.
So I lost, and the ref ended the fight. And I mean, I don't think it was fair to end the fight at that time. I mean, there was other fights in the night that people got knocked and they were allowed to carry on. So I didn't think it was really fair that they ended mine after, you know, I was still upright standing and able to fight and able to defend. But that shouldn't take away from the incredible performance of my opponent, Bradley Fraser. He did an incredible job, and at the end of the day, he deserved the win. And he was a lovely guy afterwards. You know, we had a chat, and he did what he came to do, exactly what I wanted to do, so, you know. But overall, the event was incredible, you know, seeing my friends and my family there in the crowd watching and everybody being supportive, and, you know, just the enthusiasm of everyone there, just cheering and shouting on the people that they wanted to win. It was just really nice to see, and I really had an amazing time. And, you know, it's pushed me mentally and physically, and it's something I'd probably want to do again. And you know, even though I lost, I'm proud of myself for finally sort of breaking the chain and getting that warrior mentality and being a tougher man and getting the mindset to get in the ring and fight someone. So was it worth it?